don't you know all of them tears gon' come and go? Baby, just gotta make up your mind that every little thing's gonna be alright. Baby, don't you know all of them tears gon' come and go? Baby, you just gotta make up your mind. We decided.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with Jess.
Hi!
And we are doing a Mackie's breakfast mukbang!
Woo!
If you're new here, hi, my name is Zoe. Welcome to my channel. Hit the subscribe button. I would love to get to 1,500 subscribers. Won't ever get there because my channel is just... Do you know how dead my channel is at the moment?
That
so
happens
dead
to many people, but you'll get there.
Well.
Subscribe.
So we've been to Mackie's and it's actually snowing.
It's snowing.
Which is crazy. So we have a very, well, I was gonna say we have a nice view, but your window screen is just like
snow.
covered in snow. But it is snowing and it's very magical and
it's amazing.
We do love snow. I also think this video is going up in the new year. So happy new year.
Amazing. 2021, I mean, here we go.
Yeah, here we go again.
Hopefully better.
2020 part 2. And I mean, what better way to start than having a Mackie's breakfast? So
much needed.
What did you get?
I got a double sausage and egg McMuffin with a hash brown and a hot chocolate indeed.
I hate hash browns.
Get out.
Not bad. I got a bacon roll and some pancakes. And I find the bacon rolls are just so much better at McDonald's than they are if you were to do them at home. Yeah. And I got a large Coke because it's criminal behaviour to go to Mackie's and not get a Coke because the Coke truly hits different. Okay, so I asked on Instagram for any topics, questions, whatever, and these were asked quite a while ago, so some of them might be a bit irrelevant now, but we're going to go through them anyway. So the first one comes from Drew, and he says, so you both open food outlets in a theme park. To stand out, you decide not to serve normal theme park food. What food would you offer? Would it be a sit down place or a fast food stand? What would be the theme of the restaurant?
Okay.
Very complicated question.
You go first.
Okay, I found that really hard because I'm such a fussy eater. So I don't really like, you know, posh food and unusual food.
Especially at a theme park.
Yeah.
Because like, I'd only do like a restaurant after park hours. Because I don't tend to eat when the park's open. Because I don't want to be sick on all the rides, you know. So I tend to like go for like chips or something, or a hot dog. They're particularly really nice at Alton Towers especially. I do like roller coaster restaurant. Like I've done that a couple of times, so I'd go with that theme.
I think maybe like chip shop food, because there's a lot of like, you know, like classic chip shops.
Yeah,
there isn't
like
many of those.
And...
Yeah, there isn't many of those at
no, not in a theme park.
So
yeah,
we go down that route. I think I would have it sit down and takeaway. Yeah. So you can like do both.
Do both. Well, obviously roller coaster restaurant isn't related to Galactica. So, because where the roller coaster restaurant is, Galactica's underneath it. So I would roll the theme in with Galactica. But I'd probably say I'd rather it to be back to air than Galactica, so something air related would be quite cool. Yeah, I think like space, galaxy related, that could be quite cool. So there you go. Probably not very interesting, but that's us. What is your favourite theming element on any ride or coaster? This is hard.
I love Big Bob on Wicker Man. I love him so much, and like going through Wicker Man when the flames are on, especially in the dark, like oh my god,
that's quite good. I'd say the Smiler, so the spider, all the elements that you go through. Obviously sometimes they don't work because they're not turned on, but when they are turned on they're quite effective, like because you get sprayed with water
I love the airtime heels on some
Yeah.
They're so great.
They're so cool. And I do like the Galactica portal when
I was
that,
just about to
when
say
that lights up,
Yeah.
especially in the dark. When you're going through it, it lights up, and I think there's a sound effect as well, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there is.
That when you go through, it's quite cool.
I also love on Icon at Pleasure Beach, the Immelman after the second launch. I love that so much, and I love the top hat on Icon. I just love Icon basically, just all the elements on Icon. Thoughts on the scary sausages at Scarefest? I never tried them.
Never tried them. They were too expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'll try them another time if Oktoberfest comes
Those
back.
stands at Oktoberfest and Scarefest and whatever, they're so expensive.
They don't need to be.
Yeah.
Even though they're not from Alton Towers itself. They're a different company. But to make it, you know, more enjoyable and people to buy, I think a lot more people would have gone to buy if they were £3, £4. Because they did look good. I did go and have like a little wander
Yeah, they
around.
smelt really good as well.
But I was like, nah, I can get a hot dog just around the corner in Mutiny Bay. So
Literally.
it's like, yeah,
I can get mine at a discount.
exactly.
Overrated versus underrated. It's really tricky because I'd say underrated is better, but I feel like places like Alton Towers are very overrated, but I still love Alton Towers.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess if something's overrated, I guess it's a bad thing.
Mm.
So maybe not.
Yeah, I'd say underrated. It depends what it is.
Like the big one is very underrated.
Is it really?
Yeah, people hate the big one. Actually, like breaks my heart.
Really? Obviously, I've never been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach yet. Hoping to go.
Oh, we
this
will
year.
go next year. No, this year.
Well, yeah. If it's going up in 2021.
Yeah.
This year, I'd like to go. Definitely to experience it, because I've seen videos on YouTube and it looks really good. And I think I'd like the big one, because like it's a good drop, isn't it?
I mean, if you don't, we can't be friends. It's
Sorry.
just as simple as that, yeah. Okay, Kaya has like a few questions and topics and whatever. Are we all planning to go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach opening together? Yeah.
Yes. if it's open.
Absolutely. Can we all film a video together, like a challenge maybe when we get back to the theme parks? Absolutely.
100%.
I know a challenge I want to do with you. Well, I don't want to do it, but riding Nemesis all day. Loads of people have asked me to do that, and like, it's Jess's favourite ride, so she's the perfect person to do it with.
It's my favourite. It's been my favourite 2010, so 11 years this year.
Favourite kind of shots to film, or for you maybe like take photos of or something?
Hands down, anything related to Nemesis. Like, I did, you know, the first time when I went back in July when it opened, in 2020, I probably took about over 100 of Nemesis. Just like going, oh, like getting the perfect shots, you know. Yeah.
I really want to go to Alton Towers and just have a day of just filming,
Yeah,
and
filming
taking
and
photos.
photography.
Yeah.
I love Alton Towers and I've loved it all my life. And I've seen it grow. I've seen the changes. I've seen things go. I've seen replace, and over the years it's just so amazing.
My favourite shots are just like the cinematic shots. And like playing around with the focus of the camera.
Your filming is really good.
Thank you.
Really good.
And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've improved a lot this year on my filming, so.
I especially liked the first time that we met in Scarefest, that video. Like, you played around with the filters and stuff like that and put songs to it. It looked really good. Anyway.
I mean, I don't know whether people actually like my sort of editing or filming or whatever, but I like it. So.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Precisely. Also, I can't wait to go to Pleasure Beach and do my cinematic shots.
Oh.
So I've never,
That'd be so cool.
like, I started doing all my cinematic shots only like a few months ago. I've not been to Pleasure Beach in so long. Are you planning to do any challenges together? Can you tell I like challenges? No, Kaya.
Yeah, as we mentioned,
I had a Nemesis all day.
Nemesis all day.
I do have like a list of challenges that I want to do, but I don't want to say the challenges out loud because I don't want anyone to steal my ideas. Well, the thing is, I've always been with people that don't really want to do challenges because they just want to get on the ride, which is understandable. Obviously, that's what you go to a theme park for. Whereas with Jess, I know that I can just go with you and just do a challenge.
I'd love it.
We can go like any time we like. Very luckily, like we're so lucky that we can go anytime we like.
Definitely.
In the Night Garden or Dora's World Voyage?
In the Night Garden.
I was going to say, you've never been on Dora's World Voyage.
No.
I would say Dora's World Voyage. Have you seen a video of it?
I don't think I have.
Watch a video when you get home.
Okay, I will.
And then maybe...
Is it at Blackpool?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you can't really judge anything off a video personally,
No.
but Dora's World Voyage is just so much better. Like, theming's better. You have a little song that plays.
Oh, that's
like,
so cool.
Oh, I don't know. I love Dora. It's like
I think
favourite.
in the Night Garden it's very like slow.
Yeah, I get so bored on In the Night Garden.
I've only been on it twice, so.
So have I think 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I've not been on it very often, and I don't really want to go on it that often, to be fair. Whereas Dora, I'll happily just ride that all day. I'd do a challenge just riding Dora's World Voyage all day.
It's a good challenge.
It's such a good ride, honestly. It's great. It really pisses me off when people say they prefer it in the Night Garden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we all have different opinions, but there's no competition. Like, Dora's World Voyage is so much better. Favourite part about being a ride operator?
Well, I was both. A little bit. Not as much as a ride operator. I still press all the buttons and everything. But I was a ride host on the Smiler, which was insane.
My favourite is like, because I work on a zip wire, and like a lot of people get scared on it. So I think my favourite thing is just seeing, especially like little kids, is seeing them go on the ride and like get over their fear. And then when they get off, they're like, I want to do it again, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Like, it's the nicest feeling in the world. Same
here with the Alton Towers, especially on the Smiler. We had like, I remember one time, we had this, I think it was not a child, but he was tall enough to go on, and he didn't know if he wanted to do it. We have to wait until they decide they want to go on it. Eventually, about 2 minutes after, one of our ride hosts was like saying, yeah, it's fine, you'll love it, like it's over and done within 2 minutes, like just try it, see how you like it. And then he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then as soon as he came off, yeah, he was like, absolutely loved it. There was no fear, and he was like, I'm coming round again in 5 minutes, and he was straight back on it. It was amazing to see.
Yeah, it's such a nice feeling.
Yeah, it's a lovely feeling to be able to like help guests conquer their fear, like when the first time they go on it.
Like, you've just like put a smile on their face, and you've given them like a memory. It's such a nice feeling. Who's the better driver out of you or Steve? Steve, you've really done me over there. You're both as good as each other.
Oh, thank you.
Your road rage is more
cautious, and
yeah, you get road rage quicker than Steve does.
I get road rage when like...
You get road rage on like the tiniest things.
Yeah.
You're like more cautious, I think, than Steve. Steve like proper puts his foot down when he needs to. So, but you're both good drivers. I can't pick. What one coaster do you both really hate or really love? It has to be the same.
I think we know what's going to be. Rita.
Yeah, we both are not the biggest fans of Rita.
Absolutely hate it. Get rid of it. Literally. Like, it hurts.
I won't go that far. It depends on the ride. Because sometimes I've been on it and I've been like, oh, I actually really enjoyed that. And then
I think there was only one time where I really liked it. And then a few others. I've been in. The worst is when it's raining.
Oh
Do
my
not
god,
go
absolutely.
on it when it rains. It hurts, and
And
especially at the front. I was at the front on that time, and yeah, it was not pleasant.
Great. No, a lot of rides aren't very nice in the rain.
I can deal with like a few others, but with Rita, because of the speed,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't like Smiley in the rain, especially the vertical lift hill.
I really.
It's horrible. So really hate probably Rita. One that we really love,
Smiler.
Smiler.
We both love the Smiler. It's my second favourite.
3 parks you both really want to get to.
I'd say Thorpe Park.
Yeah, I was going to say Thorpe Park.
Like, we really want to go to Thorpe Park. We've never been.
We will go this year.
We'll definitely
Make
go this
it
year.
happen.
We will. Like, I'm going. Whether it's tier 4 or not. Or tier 3. I am going. Blackpool, definitely. What else?
I want to go to Flamingo Land
Yes, Flamingo Land would be amazing.
and Lightwater Valley. Might as well just do those in the same trip because they're
Yes.
so close to each other.
And I also want to go, because I've been past it a few times but I've never been, is to Fantasy Island. I really want to do Fantasy Island this,
I want to go
this year.
back. I didn't go last year, which was really sad. Favourite style of ride? Winged, launched, inverted, flat, dark ride, etc.
That's not a difficult question. I like, obviously, Nemesis is inverted, isn't it? It's got to be inverted.
I do like how Nemesis is inverted. That's probably the only thing I like about it. Because I do love inverted coasters.
I like how you like your feet just hang,
Yeah.
and it's quite a nice. Obviously, you're all locked in and everything, and it's quite a nice feeling.
Yeah.
The whole way round.
It feels quite different to any other coaster that you'd go on.
Yeah, and I like it. You know, when you go into the brake run of Nemesis, and you obviously when it's busy, you're not straight back into the station. There's always another train on. I like that bit where you're just waiting and you're just sat in that position and
you just sat on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
That
and
is
it's just so
great.
good. Yeah, I do like inverted.
I love SLCs, suspended looping coasters. I think they are great. Nemesis retrack. Is it actually happening?
To be honest, I have no idea. I think they'll do it in the next few years because it's coming up to its 30th anniversary. Because it's 27 this year. I think they'll do it because obviously Nemesis now, they can't build any more new trains for the ride.
I would love it if it did happen, because then it means Nemesis is closed. And if a retrack did happen, I might actually like it.
But I don't think they'll retrack it like differently because it's too good not to take down the original. So I think what they'll do is retrack the whole thing the same way because it's just perfect in itself. They'll just retrack it to be able to have new trains because obviously B&M, Bolliger and Malballard, the way they do their new tracks now, because obviously time and everything, new technology, new ways to do a ride, blah blah, all that tech side, I have no idea, but they make the trains differently. So if any of the trains on Nemesis, because they have 3, which is still good, they still work properly now, but if anyone to break or they want a new one, they won't be able to make one. But yeah.
And also, if they do retrack Nemesis, I really hope they change the first drop, because it's not a proper drop, and I really want it to be a proper drop.
What, like when it goes like, when it goes round the corner and then it goes, I do.
As you come off the lift hill, it goes into a dip, then it goes straight.
Yeah.
Then it goes into the thing. I hate the fact that it just goes dip, then straight.
Really?
Like,
don't you
why?
like the first, like...
No, I don't like any of it.
Don't you? Well, I know you do. But, I mean, like, don't you like the first inversion?
No.
No. Maybe that's why you don't like it.
I just don't like it.
None of the inversions you don't like?
No.
I'm gonna change your mind one day.
Good luck.
One day!
People have been trying all year and I still haven't changed my mind.
A lot of people love it though.
I know.
You will one day. I will get you one day.
If London Resort actually happens, how will it affect Merlin's current game?
I don't know.
If it happens. I don't think it'll happen.
Like, there's been speculation that it's going to happen.
For years.
For years.
I've seen it, like, rumoured for years on end.
But I don't think it'll happen. It would be nice for, like, some sort... If it was going through, like, Disney... Is it Disney that... something on the lines, I think.
Yeah, it's meant to be like a UK Disneyland or something.
So if it ever happened, it would be nice for, like, obviously I know a lot of our parks in the UK are Merlin based, and run by Merlin Entertainment rather than Disney. I think it'd be nice for, obviously there's a lot of Disney fans, including me. Never been to the parks myself, but I would like to one day. I think it'd be nice for people who like Disney and have been to the parks to have something close by.
Yeah.
Something related to that.
I just feel like it's too good for the UK. Like, it's way too good to be true.
Like, I think... Oh, I've got another drink back there. I think,
I feel like because it's been rumoured for so many years, it would have just happened by now.
And it's planning permission as well, like, especially in London. Like, there's not many...
It's going to be so expensive if it's in London as well. And it's, like, not Merlin's. Obviously, we can't get in with our Merlin passes.
No, so it's going to be, like, oh, a once-in-a-lifetime...
expensive.
Save up thing, but when it will happen, I have no idea.
No, it will either make Merlin step up their game, or it will just be actually quite bad for them.
I don't know. I think it'll level. I think if it did happen, I think it would level out.
Yeah, I don't think you could beat Merlin.
No, because obviously you've got Merlin all over the world. Like, it is when you're in your training, your your first classroom training, you go through all, like, the company and everything, but it's the second biggest company in the world that, like, has everything. Obviously the first one is Disney. Merlin is trying to go to first, obviously, but when that'll happen, I don't know. But yeah, I think it'll level out, especially in the parks in the UK, because they're all individually really good.
Yeah. I just hope that it also doesn't damage some of the smaller parks that aren't owned by Merlin. What changes to themed areas would you like to see at Alton Towers? I would like to see in X Sector, I would like it to become like a robotic type theme.
More of like how Oblivion was for, you know, when you go into X Sector and the theming of the entrance of the, where it says X Sector.
Yeah.
I think they should do it all that, because obviously you know Oblivion with the hole and the wires around, that looks like robotic and metal and all that. And then you've got the Smiler, even though the Smiler's quite cool, I think like the theming of that, like going down, and especially I think what they should do on the Smiler, they should change all the fencing to metal to make it more like themed more for X Sector, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But even Enterprise, I think Enterprise looks a bit robotic, don't you think?
Yeah. I always forget about Enterprise.
Yeah. I do like Enterprise, but I don't go on it that often when it's open, because half the time the last year and the year before it's been closed. Whether it's nearly its time, I don't know. But that's been there quite a long time. More than Nemesis, I think.
Actually.
I think nearly the same time.
I don't know anything about Enterprise.
No, I don't know, actually. Any other ride I do.
Yeah.
But Enterprise, even though it's a good ride, like, it is good, I do like it. It's a nice flat ride, I think.
I've never been on it, so.
You've never been on Enterprise?
I'm too scared.
As soon as Alton Towers opens, when it's open, I'm taking You want it?
I'm not doing Enterprise, my first ride of the season at Alton
No,
Towers.
but like when we
I'm
go
not doing
to
Nemesis either as my first ride of the season.
No. But when we go to Alton Towers in the day,
Okay.
I'm gonna drag you on it.
Good luck.
Not drag you on it, but
I mean, Steve bought me onion rings and thought I would go on Nemesis because he bought me onion rings. Even onion rings can't make me go on Enterprise, so good luck. I would also like, oh my god, what's it called? Forbidden Valley. I'd like Forbidden Valley to be changed. I would either get rid of Nemesis or move Nemesis into its own area.
okay.
And then have like Galactica in its own area as well.
I do agree.
And then have Galactica themed to like a spacey themed
Yeah.
area.
Because I know they don't work properly, because normally Nemesis obviously is an alien, obviously, and then when it was air, like when you've been on Nemesis, you've conquered the alien, and then you've gone to air and you like take all the thoughts and feelings away and like feel like you're flying. Obviously now it doesn't really relate to that, but I think what they're missing is Nemesis Subterra, because that part when Nemesis Subterra was there made it different, and then like it was two separate areas.
Yeah.
I thought, and especially with Ripsaw, when Ripsaw was there, I never went on Ripsaw, but I thought that area and then air on itself was quite like, it felt like a different area, but obviously it was still in the same theming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they should do that.
Yeah, I don't think Nemesis and Galactica work well together next
Or
to each
replace
other.
it, like obviously I know Nemesis Subterra won't be coming back, but replace it with another flat ride.
Yeah.
Because I'm missing another flat ride.
Get more
I think.
flat rides in there. Lift hills or launches? Lift hills.
Yeah.
Definitely lift hills.
Definitely lift hills. We won't go there with launches. Even though I'm excited to try Stealth at Thorpe Park to see the difference, even though that'll be a terrified.
We are gonna like shit ourselves on Stealth.
It is going to be scary.
Yeah, I'm terrified to do Stealth.
But I think it'll be an experience. Like, I am looking forward.
I would regret not doing it.
No, yeah, same. But I think, yeah.
And also like with lift hills, it's like I feel like it builds up the suspense more.
Like your excitement, you're like, the
Yeah.
adrenaline kicks in, like.
And like you kind of have time to prepare for what's coming, whereas on
Exactly.
a launch, as soon as you sit down and as soon as you're locked in and stuff, you have no idea when you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And like I can go on Rita so many times, I still won't know when we're gonna settle.
Yeah, same here. Like, I'm just looking at the when the it changes colour.
Yeah. But even then, like it'll go green and it'll wait like 2 seconds. And
Yeah, and then it'll like go.
So it's still like, oh my god.
Crazy.
And I think also just, see, this is weird because like I love the big one. Like the big one is my favourite coaster, and that's obviously like I love that lift hill so much. Like I love the sound, I love the views. It's great. But I also love Icon. But the launch is so different to Rita because it's quite a like gradual launch.
Yeah.
So I love Icon's launch, but I think I prefer lift hills though, like overall.
Yeah. I think I do as well.
I don't like vertical lift hills though. I hate vertical lift hills.
No, I'm not a fan of the one on the Smiler, to be honest.
One of my biggest fears is getting stuck on the vertical lift hill on the Smiler. Pleasure Beach or Alton Towers?
Alton Towers.
I'd say Pleasure Beach.
I know that you like Pleasure Beach,
Yeah.
obviously. I've never been to Pleasure Beach. I think Alton Towers,
See, I
it's
think
always in my heart.
Even if you went to Pleasure Beach, you'd still prefer Alton Towers
Yeah.
just because of the sentimentality and
Yeah.
stuff.
Everything about Alton Towers I absolutely love. It's my favourite park. Even if I go to Thorpe Park and for the first time, I still think Alton Towers is just home to me, I think. Second home. I love it so much. I've been all my life, been there every year with family, friends, and then on my own. I've worked there. I've got staff members who are friends and everything.
Yeah.
It's just a part of me. I just love it so much.
Literally how I feel about Pleasure Beach. Like, it's
Yeah.
my home, it's my happy place, it's my escape. Like, I miss it so much. And I could go to a theme park abroad and I'd still be like, prefer Pleasure Beach.
Yeah.
Like, I do love Alton Towers, but I think because I've been going to Pleasure Beach for longer, and I've just, you know, all my favourite rides are there, and I just, it's so special to me. And I'm gonna cry. Thoughts on Flamingo Land's new coaster and lack of theming?
I
haven't really seen much about it.
No. Is that the one with the 10 inversions? Yeah. I've seen like a couple of videos, like updates and stuff, but I've not seen anybody like really, like, you know, involved with it. I think because of coronavirus and everything's stopped. So there's not meant, obviously, I think with COVID and stuff last year, Alton Towers had like loads of different plans, and obviously they had to cancel most things. So I think with the ride, I think we won't see anything until this year. Yeah,
same.
Until everything moves on.
It could even like be delayed until next year now.
Exactly.
But yeah,
I think it's nearly done though.
Yeah, so do I.
I think all the parts are connected and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's just the last minute bits and run through, and
I feel like from what I've seen from Flamingo Land, there isn't much theming in that park anyway. So I feel like, I don't know, like, it'd be a bit weird if they had like one massively themed ride and then all the others just aren't themed.
Yeah.
But theming isn't like a massive deal for me.
No.
I do love theming, and it is a good bonus for me, but it doesn't like make or break a ride for me.
Yeah.
Like the big one doesn't have any theming, but I don't care because I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang. Thank you to Jess for coming along and being on my channel and chatting as much as I do. We both ramble on for so long. So thank you guys for all of your questions and topics. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button
down below.
I will see you guys.
And it's free.
It is free indeed. And I'll see you guys next time for a brand new video. Mwah. Bye.
Cause ain't nobody like me.